going on, everybody? Hold on one second. I'm just actually just off to the side of the road. So there's going to be some traffic going by. But what I wanted to actually discuss is, or at least showcase, that's what happens when you do things on scene, is basically video that I had done before in regards to picking the right lens. So it was suggested to me by Roderick Alalay. How about doing a video about using a telephoto lens for landscapes? So that's what I'm going to be doing, just doing some random stops at some spots that I've picked out in regards to using a telephoto lens to do some landscapes. Now there will be some environmental issues in regards to haze and whatnot, but that's something you just can't avoid. Alright, so that's something that you just can't avoid. I will try to clean it up as much as I can in post, but in regards to the perspective, you'll see exactly why it's actually okay to use a telephoto lens to do landscapes. So let's just get right to the images themselves. Okay, so as you can see, the scene is pretty far out there. I mean, that's pretty much all there is really to it. And it's way out in the distance if you're using a wide-angle lens. But it's really hard to decipher anything that's actually out there. So I'm zoomed out to 300, and I'm currently at ISO. Well, I'm on TAV and Pentax speak, so that's manual mode with auto ISO. I'm at f11, 1/640th of a second. And let's take a couple shots here, focusing way off in the distance here. Let's get to some of the buildings. Let's way down where the trees are. Let me zoom out a little bit just to get a slightly wider angle. And all right, let's just move on to the next spot. So something to keep in mind when you're using a telephoto lens for landscapes, it allows you to have more creative framing instead of using a wide-angle lens. If there are certain elements that you want to cut out of the image, you don't have to crop after the fact. You can do it right there on scene. And it also allows you to pull in distant objects closer to the forefront as points of interest as well. So those are a couple things that are an advantage in regards to using a telephoto lens for landscapes. Now those houses way down there, you can't even make out exactly what they are. So I'm zoomed out again to 300, and I'm going to take a shot here. I'm actually going to go to f8, 1/400th of a second, keeping the ISO pretty low. I'm going to zoom out just a bit to 100. You'll see how much of a difference that makes. And yeah, that should give you a good idea. Well, I hope that these examples help illustrate why using a telephoto lens for landscapes is actually a good idea, depending on exactly what you're trying to achieve in regards to the looks and the framing and things like that. But at the end of the day, use a wide angle, use a telephoto, just do some experimenting and figure out what works best for you for the situation that you're in. That's going to be it. I'm going to sign off. If you guys like the video, leave a like. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. It helps me out. And if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. And if you'd like to support the channel, I leave that information at the bottom of the description. I'm going to go. That's it. You will see me on my next video. I'm out.